Yo, what's going on, Mike?
Hey, happy Friday night.
It is a Friday night. This is a special occasion. We're usually not on Friday nights, but we have some breaking news from our man Matt Lyall, who should be fighting for the world title in Mexico against Erick Flores tomorrow night. Let's play a little quick hype video real quick, and then we'll bring Matt and his coach in, and we'll figure out what's the deal. Every one of these things hype me up. I want to go fight someone right now, Mike.
I want to go dance
You
with a girl
dance?
in middle school. When I was in middle school, this is what I used to play. Not now.
Dude's ready.
Yep. I was looking forward to this. I still am.
It's the perfect song for the current situation, man. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Things happen.
That neon energy drink looks good.
It's just the way it is. Sing it, Mike.
Things will never be the same.
All right, let's go ahead and get the man in here himself. We'll bring in Matt Lightning Lyall and his coach, Tommy the Warrior Rodriguez. How are we, fellas? What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Good. Thank you for having us again.
All right. Well, unfortunately, it's for situations that we didn't, foresee happening. Let's go ahead and break the news to everybody. Why is Matt Lyall on the screen with Mike and Mish'n tonight instead of in Mexico?
Go ahead, Matt. You can tell them, and I'll piggyback right after you. Go ahead, Matt.
All right. Basically, what happened was that it came down to the naturalization, immigration of the passport. It wasn't really expected. The passport. I got news of the fight. The fight was about this late December when I got it. Immediately, I went for the passport because I never needed a passport because I didn't have to go anywhere that needed one. I filed for the passport, even though the COVID. I paid for to have it expedited, which is like extra money, a lot of extra money, and it was supposed to be dealt with within, I think, 4 to 6 weeks or something like that because of it. Well, it took about a month and a half, almost so later, and all of a sudden I get a letter in the mail that states that they put my passport on hold. So I was like, I didn't understand what was going on. So I called up and tried to find out what's going on. I find out that they said that my naturalization paper, which is basically, I mean, obviously I'm a citizen. I was adopted. That they said that I can't use the copy. It has to be the original. But I was like, the original is like over 30-something years old. It's been destroyed. I said, I have a certified notary public copy that everybody's always used. It has the same numbers that they're looking for: the certificate number, the A number, which is the alienation number, when you become a citizen in the United States. Because I became a citizen when I was like a kid, a baby, because I was adopted. So anyway,
how old were you when you were adopted, Matt?
I was adopted probably like maybe less than 1 year old, about 1 year old. And then once you become adopted, something happens, but you have to it takes like about a couple of years before you become naturalized. So you become a citizen, but then you have to wait for the naturalization to go through or something like that.
Right.
Either way.
So you were born in South Korea and you were adopted by the Lyalls.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So
that's correct.
Cool.
So either way, I've never had a problem with that, but they said that they want the original document. So I was like, well, I said, look, if you need to know if I'm a citizen or not, just use the numbers on the paperwork. You'll have records of it, and it's not a problem. Well, the State Department, which is the passport people, they basically told me that they don't deal with USCIS. They're not immigrations. They have nothing to do with that. So they said that's your legwork to do, not theirs. So they said until then, they're going to put my passport on hold, and I have to get this thing called a action of notice, which is basically a receipt number for an application of a replacement of the naturalization. So I'm like, wow. And I'm sitting there, I'm half retarded. So I'm like, what the hell is that? So I said, you know what? I went online, I figured out what all that was, all the code words or whatever. And there was a form that you have to file to the USCIS that is called the N565. So that's the replacement of a naturalization. Not looking for a naturalization. It's called the replacement of a pre-existing naturalization certificate. So I said, all right, fine. That can't be hard to do, right? So I file up the thing and I find out that the damn thing's $555 to apply for this thing. So I was like, holy shit, bro, we're on COVID here. I said, what are you, crazy? So $555. I said, I'm living off of sponsors. I said, I said, whoa, what is this? So then I did some research and I found out that there is a form called the I-912. The I-912 is basically a fee waiver. It's a waiver fee that if you're below a certain amount of money, you can file for it, and it basically covers those things, those forms. But here's the catch to it. Those cannot be dealt with online. Those have to be dealt with basically in hand, or you have to show up to the place. So that I can't do. So basically what happened is I went and I downloaded the forms and stuff like that. And then I basically had to go through it and I filed for it. And then when I put it together, I went to the postal office and I put it overnight. What is it called? Express, which is guaranteed over 24 hours or 40 hours maximum, 48 hours. Make a long story short, they have a tracking number. So I'm tracking thing. It took 15 days before this bad boy came back saying that they just received the paper, not because you have to send it to Arizona, which is called a lockbox for the USCIS. So they actually
this one here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now I got the receipt for that. Okay, actually, that's not that's not the notice that I got. The notice that I got to the 15 days is just the mail. That was the USPS that stated that the paperwork got there. This guy here, which is the actual receipt number, that's the action of notice number that I needed, stating that they're agreeing. Yes, we do have this document. He is a natural citizen. Unfortunately, I don't qualify for the expedited of sending me the actual copy immediately. You have to have somebody that died, or I have to be like stopping some type of governmental overthrow. So I don't qualify for that, obviously. So, but I didn't care because I don't need that. What I needed was the receipt number. So I have the receipt number, I had the paperwork. Now the point being is I just got that yesterday. If you looked at the date and the time on it, it was like 3:00 p.m. Okay. I was supposed to be on a flight at 6:00. So that wasn't happening. So either way, I said, you know what? I have a sponsor that was willing to pay me if I had to go up on Friday. So I called the passport company, and as I'm sitting there for an hour and a half, I get answering, machine after machine. It's not going through. So I was like, you know what? All this time, though, don't get me wrong. I was in touch with my promoter. I was in touch with the matchmaker. I was in touch with my trainer, and I was in touch with the actual fighter himself. So everybody knew what was going on. So I told him, I said, look, let's wait till the last minute. Maybe a miracle will come up. And boom, I'll fly right over there. Even if I don't need the weigh-in. Trust me. I said I would come on there Saturday and we good to go. Either way, I need that passport though. So finally this morning I get a hold of the people and they're telling me, all right, you got the numbers, you got the paperwork, but unfortunately we need the actual document. I said, well, can I fax it to you? Can I do it? They don't deal with that. That means I had to go. I had to take the paperwork that I showed you, print it out. I had to actually mail it, which, believe it or not, here, hold on a second. Here's the actual receipt for that. So there's another damn thing we spending money on. But okay, we got that that's now expressed overnight. So they are guaranteed to get it this Monday. Now, when they get it this Monday, they will see that they have it. Now, from that point on, being that I already paid expedite, my basically the process of the passport now commences and it goes back again. That's the only thing they needed. I basically gave them everything I wanted, so I should probably get it within the week, whatever it takes to mail from wherever it comes from, South Carolina, wherever it is. So either way, we'll be good to go then. So to make a long story short, I just wanted the reasoning that to get out to everybody exactly what happened. This had nothing to do with me. Okay, I was 100% there. I was on weight. Everything was there. Everything was good. The plane tickets were already purchased. Everybody had the itinerary. They came out of my own pockets, myself. My trainer, everybody has put so much time and effort into it. There's the plane tickets and the agendas and everything like that.
We literally have everything. I got your whole agenda here. I got freaking everything. You had all your ducks in a row, and now you paid the $540 expeditory charge, and then it took 15 days. Did you get your money back? Actually,
No. Number one, I didn't have to pay the $555. I qualified for the I-912.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The 555 would have never even done anything different anyways because of the time frame. It really didn't matter to them. Okay, that just means that basically I didn't have to file for it and I would have went over online to do it, but it had nothing to do with the same purpose-wise. Now, the other thing was that basically either or, I actually spoke to Flores Garcia, which is the actual promoter of the LCS, and I actually, believe it or not, and I sent you the actual post from Erick Flores himself.
Got it
Okay,
right
because
here.
me and Eric was tossed. Yes, they understand what's going on. The fight was not canceled. It's actually rescheduled, and it looks like we're fighting next month. So either or,
Okay.
we're definitely having our fight. Everything's on, and we're moving forward with this. I just wanted to let everybody know because I have unbelievable amount of sponsors, including you guys, who put your time and effort into everything we did. My trainer, who has put unbelievable amount of time into it. All the people that I've trained with, all the gyms that I've went to, all the people that have like literally bent over backwards to help make this happen. All the trees that I've broken, all the signs that I've broken, and every telephone pole that I disrupted their communications. I apologize, but this fight will happen, and we will bring this title back home.
So through this whole thing, possibly a silver lining, is Tommy the Warrior Rodriguez going to be able to go next time you go? Is there a way that we can, possibly see you both go together and go through this as a team and not have to go alone?
Well, first of all, thank you. We're working on that, but I want to thank you and Mish as well because I've been following you guys, and you just got a #1 fan of your show. And I tell the guys on my chapter on MVP that I'm dealing with 2 military guys that are awesome, support the athletes. So I want to thank you guys for that. I also want to apologize. We didn't have the information before. I will try to go to this when we find out the location and the time frame. But we didn't know at first, but I found out that Matt was going to go with a team from New York. There's a guy named Sensei Ricardo Lopez. He's Mexican, and he has a martial arts school. They were going to bring some fighters, and Matt was going to represent the U.S. and was going with them. I found that out. And we got some more information. But at the time that we had the first podcast, we didn't know this stuff. So once we hung up, me and Matt said, we got to owe it to the fans. We got to get this information. So now I'm working on my time with my job. And hopefully, if the fight push towards April, I could try to go up there. If I could do that. If no, there's definitely going to be a team from New York that's going to help him out as well.
Good. I want to know. So, what do you guys got to turn your volume down a little bit? I don't know whose that is. I had a follow-up question, Matt. Are they talking about changing venues? Are they talking about maybe moving it out of Mexico City, or are they trying to keep it in the same location a month out from now? Has that been talked about?
From what I gather, I mean, obviously the promoters, and Flores himself, I assume they want to keep it in their area. Nobody's really mentioned about anything to bring it here. So, like I said, once I get that passport anyways, I can go everywhere. So from that point on, wherever it's going to take me, I'm going to go. I'm going to get that belt and do what I got to do. And then from there, anybody else that's got a 119 title, I'm coming after it.
Nice.
Now that you dropped the weight for the fight, how do you go forward with this weight? Do you put some more back on and just drop it again?
Now, as a matter of fact, I'm going back to New York tomorrow morning with Mr. Rodriguez, and we're going right back to camp as if nothing happened. There's no, something like this is uncontrollable, but at the point is there's no such thing as sitting back and nothing. If I get a phone call and this guy says, hey, we got a fight card next weekend, there's no excuse. You should have been ready today. So, what I'm saying? I'm staying exactly where I am. Maybe I'll put on maybe 1 or 2 pounds of water weight. What I'm saying? Obviously, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at 119. I'm just going to get stronger, faster. And I trust Tommy into knowing not to burn me out. What I'm saying? Where I was peaking perfectly for this. I mean, I'm good for 30 rounds straightforward. And where, like Tommy says, if you don't really understand the power that I have now, until you're standing in front of me. People talk, people say things, and that's great. And, you look at old fights, new fights, whatever, and that's great. But unless you're there in front of me and you're taking the shots that I've had, I put 4 people in the hospital during this training camp. And, what I'm saying? Everybody that sparred with me or anybody that's with me or moves with me or any of the gyms that I did train in, they're going to tell you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, proof's in the pudding. I shake telephone poles when I kick them. So, it's not like, the proof's in the pudding on that one. The skill is there, the power's there. And now that I got good guidance, the sky's the limit on this one. So, like I said, right now I'm literally 119.8. So, and the thing was 120 was the given weight. From what Flores said, he was right on weight. He was there too. I saw his post today. I spoke to him personally via text. Thank God we have Translate because I am not too good at Spanish. But the guy's a gentleman. He had understood exactly what happened. Nobody had anything foul to say about anybody. He's the champ. You know what I'm saying? So you have to respect him. So you know what? My hat's off to him. I appreciate them giving me another chance. And we're gonna make this happen.
That's great. I was going to ask that question. I was going to ask, how is the promotion dealing with the? Did they even try to reach out and try to help you out with this, or was it all on you?
No, you know what? Nobody could really have done anything. There's nothing anybody could have done. I mean, I even talked to some of the people that I have here that's in the political area in Atlantic City. There's not much that anyone could do. I mean, this had to do with the USCIS, and this had to do with the State Department with your passport. You know what I mean? So, I mean, really, maybe if you're Biden or someone like that, maybe you could get something rolling. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not me. I mean, we did everything I could do. You know what I'm saying? Everything I was instructed to do, the amount of money that people put into this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a rich guy. I got a family to feed. I've been on this COVID thing, and I mean, put it this way: as a fighter who lives off of fighting, and there's been no fights, there you go. That pretty much tells you that. So if it wasn't for people like you and the sponsors and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? That's my lifeline, and people that believe in me and my trainer. That's my lifeline. So, everything I can do or whatever I can do. But yeah, I'm just I'm glad that everyone gave me another chance. What they did though, what I have to give the LCS and WK, all of those guys, what I give them props for is they did hold on to the last minute for me. They didn't sit there and say, "Oh, this guy, blah blah blah." I present one thing about me. I presented the proof just like I did to you. Okay, I always give the proof 100% facts. So everybody likes to talk. Everyone likes to come up with a whole bunch of excuses and he and the past, and you know what I'm saying. The proof's in the pudding. All right, I presented the facts. I did exactly what needs to be done. That's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? I can't control what the government does. None of us can, and that's it. So
what's amazing to me, what's amazing to me is basically anybody can walk into the United States right now with no paperwork and just be welcomed in. But we're trying to send an American fighter down one country down, and they won't let you. They won't let you out of here. What the hell is that all about? I don't know. It's just it's a funny world we're living in. I don't know, dude. It's a messed up. I'm glad you got everything straightened out. I'm glad that the fight got rebooked instead of if it got canceled, it would have been devastating. So the silver lining is you're going to get 4 or 5 more weeks to keep sharpening your tools and keep building your toolbox up, right, Tommy?
Yes, definitely. And this is why I'm glad you guys had us back on, because it's about Matt. He wants to be held accountable. He wants to be honest with his fans out there, and I believe in him. And Matt calls me his trainer, and I respect that. But right now, we want Matt to first get this fight out the way, and we can sit down and see if he's really serious. And I will become his trainer. I'm just doing it because I love this kid. He's lit the fire in me. I want to help him out. I want to pass the torch. And Matt's benefit from this whole pandemic. There's a lot of fighters that are out there and a lot of retired fighters that are a little worried about his conditioning. And I tell them, I said, Matt's been training for about 7 years. And during the pandemic, people were not active anymore. He got active and he got stronger. I saw it. So Matt's determined. He really, really wants to fight, and I'm going to support him 100%. And then after this happens, we're going to work things out. But I'm glad that he came on and explained what happened, and we got better information, and we're going to keep doing it. He's on weight. His weight is fine. He walks around maybe 2 or 3 pounds a little heavy, but that's no problem. We're going to focus on fundamentals, not overtraining, because if you think about it, in 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks, we're going to April 1st. So the fight could come anytime soon. We're just going to make sure we'll be ready and just keep working. But I got to keep away from those legs. If he hurts me, then who's going to train him? This guy's legs is unbelievable. It's like I was telling to him, like, when you watch a horror movie, you see somebody jump onto something, you get wobbled. When I see him kick those poles, I'd be like, hey, Matt, you got to ease up on those poles a little bit, because you get me nervous. But he's in great shape, and we're just going to continue on what we've been doing.
So tomorrow, what's the first step? What do you do when you wake up tomorrow? What is the path for the next month?
Well, for Matt, he's going to get up tomorrow. He's going to get on that bus to come to New York. We're going to definitely we're going to do some, calisthenics, some warm-up, see how he's feeling. Good stretching, make sure he's not tight, and just work on fundamentals, a lot of pad work. And we're going to do a little bit of strength training a little bit, not too much of the kickboxing because we don't want to, wear him out there, and just see how he's feeling and just talk on game plan. The good thing is he has that relationship now with that promoter, and he has a relationship with the fighter that he's talking because they really want this fight to happen. So just to stay focused. It's sad he had to go through all this stuff, for this fight, but just to maintain focus and the way he's been. That's the game plan.
Hey, Matt, do you have a shirt to wear while you're down there when you finally do make it down there to fight? Because I might be now that I got rebooked a month out, I might be able to mail you one of these dope new shirts. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you send me two of them, one for me and one for the trainer.
All right. Well, maybe the U.S. Mailing system will get you a shirt by then.
Yeah, right. They'll put it on tracking. It'll be content.
Yeah, man. Well, it's too bad that this happened to you, but at least there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Rebook, not cancel. You got a little more time to even get better, and the truth is out there. You didn't pull out of a fight, nothing like that. So, and it seems like Erick Flores is really understanding with that post that he put up. That was really nice of him. So
yeah, it was.
And Mike and Mrs. want you to know that the other day Matt was invited to a virtual huddle with a lot of veterans, and they loved him. So he got the veteran community behind him. And I'm talking about people from Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Atlanta. They're all behind him. All these veterans are asking, he came aboard. It was great. You got Royce Gracie excited, that he's going to fight. We told him about the Mike and Mish'n, and we already had it. Told him about the bobblehead as well. So they're all excited. Matt's getting more support, but I'm glad he came up here and gave us an update. Because there's guys that pull out of fights, but Matt's not like that. This is his goal, and he still got it. If I knew he wasn't ready for it, I wouldn't help him, and I would tell him to step down. But he's focused, and you gotta love him for that.
Oh, you can definitely tell he's focused, and if it makes you feel any better, we haven't heard anything about you pulling out or anything like that. So everybody's just supportive, and we can't wait to see you fight. I wish that we could have saw it, ASAP, but hey, it is what it is.
Absolutely. And what it is, Mike, is that I knew that you guys are a good form, and that's why I reached out to all the people out there, because you know what? It's better to hear it from other people than to hear it from you. So what I do to you guys, that's why I told you ahead of time what was going on before anybody else knew, and that's why I presented you guys with all the facts, so you can do due diligence to find out whether or not you want to sit there and back on it. If you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I give people all the facts, and you, as your own person with your own intuition, can make a decision. Well, what's going on? Does it seem like does A plus A equal B? And that's what I do. I tell the truth, and that's it. This is something that I didn't do. I couldn't control it, but I present everything because I like to be 100% transparent. A lot of people, you get your haters, and if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. They're going to run with things. They're going to take a little bit of truth and put a whole bunch of false behind it, and people start thinking it's facts. And with social media, it goes both ways. It's like a double-edged sword. It can hurt you just as much as it can build you. I mean, look what happened. They banned the president of the United States, Trump. He was that was crazy. So it can do bad. It really can, or it can do good for people, just like the MVP and the emerging vets, and like you guys and people that are backing good people and doing the right things out there. You guys have good content. We did an interview just recently. Mrs. Anguilla, she did a great content. So I mean, there are you people out there that you guys are all the backbones, not us. Us fighters, we're just like entertainment for one or two. But once we're done, then you move on. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the ones that bring that content out there to people. You're the one that lets people know the truth, the facts, and what's going on out there. Not that AKA fake news or the haters that sit there and hate. I love haters now. I really do, because you know what? If I'm aggravating you, that means I'm doing something enough to where it's taking your time up, where I'm not thinking of you. You're thinking of me. And that's actually a compliment. Because if you got other things in your life, you got your wife, you got your kids, you got your friends, your girlfriend, your job, whatever it is, and you got time to hate me for something that I'm doing, hey, I got to be doing something right. So you know what? More power to it. Because you know what? Haters and fans both pay my tickets, pay my bills. So, hey, I welcome you all. But I'll tell you what, here's the facts. When you stand in front of this 119-pound hitter and I hit you, it's going to be a totally different ball game. You know what I'm saying? I got Mr. Rodriguez behind me, which, like I said, once again, and I don't want to keep going on it, but I mean, I just like, I look up to this guy so much. I always will, no matter what happens. Even when I become world champion, I'm still not equal to them. These guys are legends. And you know what, though? I'm happy of just like, even for you, Mitch, and you, Mike, to even call me your friend, for you guys to be sponsors, that means everything to me. You guys have good content. You guys had Alicia come on there. You had Half Pint. You guys are really starting to move on there. And I back everything you guys do. I back you, your kids, your wife, you know, and everybody in your family. And you know what? That's what means everything to it. So like I said, to have me on here so I can explain my thing, not where people are like, yo, what happened to him? How come he didn't fight? You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. Take it or leave it. This is what happened. But you know what? Matt Lyall will be in there. I will be fighting for that world title. And trust me when I tell you, you're going to see that leg of steel swinging all over. And I can swing that bad boy for 30 rounds straight. So good luck with that one.
We love it, man. We back you 150% all day, every day. I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to end up with your goal. You know, you're going to reach that goal because you've been busting your ass for it. And just all it is a little bump in the road, man. It's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saying, being veterans, like, you know, resilience, dude, resilience. All it is getting knocked down and getting to pick yourself back up and keep driving forward. It's just a little hump.
Like they say, God has a plan, and God's plan is a process. I've learned in life, anything too quick and too easy is not worth anything. It's the hard thing that takes forever and makes you want to quit. When you finally achieve it, that's something that's worth something, because if it was easy, everybody would have it.
Right.
Yeah, when you get to Mexico City, and if it was to already happen and you won, you'd be so happy. It'd be wonderful. You'd be here. We'd be talking about it. But now, after all this, you know, like Kyle said, a little bump in the road, when you go through that, it's going to make it even that much better when it happens.
And I also want to say, Mike and Mish, also, that people don't know, they see us training, and Matt's always wearing a mask, and I wear a mask as well. But I want to let you know that the benefit with Matt training with me is that I'm fully vaccinated already. Already since the ending of January, I have already had both of my shots. So I'm good. I was one of the original guys that got the COVID in New York in the beginning stages. So I'm good and I'm healthy. I wear my mask. But that's the most important thing. We don't want Matt now to get sick, because that could be a bump in the road. You know how this COVID worked. Mm-hmm. So that's why he's constantly being prepared. But we're staying healthy and staying safe. Just want to put that out there as well.
Tommy, did the second shot affect you, like, negatively? Because I'm only asking selfishly now.
No, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. When I got, everyone told me that, and it works different on certain people. But let me tell you, when I got the second shot, it started again. I could tell it was kicking in my system. I got the fever again, the shakes. I was nervous, but then after like 16 hours, I was back to normal, and I'm feeling stronger now. So some people, it does that. It all depends. There's so many shots. There's the Pfizer, the Moderna, you know, the Johnson & Johnson. I had the Moderna, and I guess because it's strong, because it fights other variants. But everyone that I know that has gotten a second shot has had the same effect. But it's just letting you know that it's working in your body.
Right.
So, but you'll be okay.
We get it tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Awesome. I
Second
wish
one.
let me know how it went. I'll be supporting you, okay?
Hell yeah. All right, Matt. Well, I think we got the message out to the people. Everybody's on your side. Everyone's on the Matt Lyall train here, and we're looking forward to finding out what the date of your rebooked match is. And I can't wait till the day finally comes to fruition.
Definitely.
No,
and I love the show.
I thank you.
Papa's coming up. It's awesome. Especially yesterday, I had a laugh. It was awesome. Mike with his accent, it was awesome.
Yeah, we've been having some fun the last couple of shows with we've been doing like game shows and March Madness brackets, and it's been getting better and better. And the guests, we're getting such positive feedback from all the guests. Every guest that comes on messages us afterwards was like that. You know what? That was one of the best shows we've been on. we will come back anytime you want us. And so, you know, it's all about making these connections and getting in with the people and putting good content out. You know what I mean? Keeping everybody entertained.
Yeah, that fighter you had was excellent. Yes, I was very impressed. I enjoyed it. Got out of work and I caught it on time, and it was really, really good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning in and supporting the show too. All right, Matt, what do you say? We call it a night. You got your message out. We feel bad for the circumstances, but you know what? The silver lining is there, and we're with you, buddy.
All right. Like I said, I appreciate everything. Mr. Rodriguez, thank you very much for sparing your time coming on with me. Mr. Mike, thank you very much. And of course, Mish, the respect has always been there.
All right, buddy. You have a great night. Thank you, Tommy. Thanks for coming by. We'll let you guys go.
Thank you for everything.
All right.
Take care, gentlemen.
Mike, those guys are stellar human beings.
Yeah.
And I really like them a lot.
Absolutely.
It's a tough situation that he got put in. It's such a fucking messy paperwork bullshit game with the government. I don't know if you've ever had to renew a passport. Just that whole process sucks. And then add into a fact that he was a South Korean kid that was adopted by an American family 39 years ago or whatever the hell it was. And now he has to come up with the original documents.
I know.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it's a little ridiculous. A lot of this stuff is a little ridiculous. And in now's day and age where we have the technology to be doing things in like the blink of an eye, there really isn't an excuse. I mean, I know this past year, COVID is the excuse. COVID, like the 15 days it takes to send out a package or whatever, when it used to only take 2. I get it. People are tight, and the way that different states have different laws and but I feel like they're all excuses, and they really just don't hold much weight when it comes down to it. And they should be able to get stuff back and forth. And I guess, there is a ton of people, so I'm kind of talking under my ass a little bit because I don't really know the whole gist, but like, I feel like they could have made something happen. It doesn't seem like it's something hard if you're standing there and you're like, oh, I sent this. Oh, we can't take a fax. Well, what about email? I mean, it's just
what's the difference?
2021.
Yeah. In the words of Larry Davis in the comment section, it's fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Our girl Logan Weaver up in Canada, up and coming MMA fighter, she says we need to plug the shirt. And you're right, guys. The new Mission Accomplished shirts came in today. They look awesome.
Beauteous.
I don't know if you guys could see up close because of my lighting, but it's
no, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, pull it back a little. Yeah, I could see it on you better than
you can see it on me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really good looking shirt. These things are comfy as hell. They're $25 a piece. We got them. They're in stock.
That's when you handed the shirt to me, right?
Yeah.
When you get the first batch of shirts, I was like, it's kind of like this is the UFC brand shirt. It's just like this. I mean, they're really, really, really comfortable shirts, as I think Logan Weaver just said, right?
Yeah.
So they're awesome. Very comfortable. They're great.
So if you guys want them, they're in stock. I got them. Message me, $25. And also, I just wanted to give everybody a little quick update. Our boy Zion Tomlinson just won by knockout in BKFC.
Yep.
If you guys are not doing anything else, you should be doing on this Friday evening is watching BKFC 16. Our boy Leonard Garcia is in the main event tonight, fighting Joe Elmore. Going to be an absolute bloody war. John Morissette's in the comments, says he loves it. Yeah, I'm telling you, the shirts are comfy as fuck. They're awesome. They look good too. So, I mean, God, look at me.
Yeah,
don't I look great?
Drop dead gorgeous. Knockout.
Knockout. The main event's awesome. The co-main's awesome. There's some big heavyweights going to be slinging the knuckles around.
Listen, I got stimulated the other day, and that stimmy came through, and I'm about, I don't know, a couple seconds more, I'm feeling nice. I might start handing out friggin' BKFC TV subscriptions in a second. We better get off of here because I'm feeling wild. Stimmy hit. I'm about to quit.
Yeah, the stimmy hit. I'm about to quit. That's right. I got
No
I got
excuse not to watch the fights tonight. You better.
I got that free
skinny in.
money. Our boy Elvin Brito is about to make the walk to the ring right now.
Nice.
Puerto Rico's own Elvin Brito. We spent
Nice
about
guy.
45 minutes shooting the shit with him down in
Mhm.
Florida. He's an awesome dude. Brad Kelly is his opponent up next. And we had Brad Kelly's girl. I don't know. Are they dating? I don't know. Audra Cummings was on the show last week. I think they're a thing.
Maybe.
I talked to them already. Either way, win or lose, we're probably gonna have Brad Kelly on soon to talk about BKFC 16 and putting up with her shit on Facebook stories. And and in the main event tonight, guys, I don't know if this really is happening or not. I had made a banner for Leonard Garcia. I had made a poster for him, and it came out really cool. It had like a half Texas flag, half Mexico flag, and it had him in the middle flexing, and it said Leonard Bad Boy Garcia, and it had some like sponsor stuff on it. I sent it to him, and I said, hey, you can use this if you want. So he wrote back to me. He absolutely loved it. He gave me an email address to send it to, and he said it was going to be his banner tonight. You know how they drape the banners over the
Oh yeah.
He said
Very
that
exciting.
he said that that's going to be his banner when he makes the walk to the ring tonight. So
I'm hiding my giddiness here.
right, there's a good possibility that you might see a Mission Accomplished logo in the ring with a
awesome.
one of my something I produced, which is fucking insane to me. I hope it went through. I hope everything came out good for him, and I hope he wins tonight because he's a legend, and I really like that dude. So
Yep.
what do you say, Mike? We have a drill in the morning.
Yes, we do, and I'm gonna stay up and watch every last second of these fights. So,
Me too.
regardless of what happens here, I'm probably only getting like 4 hours of sleep. Yeah.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for a surprise breaking news type Mike and Mish tonight. It was unfortunate the reason why we had to do it, but either way, someone in there says that would be sick. Yeah, Aunt Tambora, I want to tell you, sir, that your family has been a topic of conversation like 2 shows in a row here on Mike and Mish with the old man and the Italian food. And oh my God, I told some stories about Big John at work the other day that I can't tell on here because we might end up in jail. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the show. We will all see you guys next week when we talk to Crystal Pittman.
Yep.
Next Thursday on Mike and Mish, another BKFC new female slugger, and I got Julian Lane. Let me bang, bro. Wednesday night. So everybody tune in. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Absolutely.
All right, man.